Hey everybody, James again. Today we're going to talk about an important topic. It's chainsaw safety. I know everybody has a chainsaw, and when a storm blows through, you can go fire it up and go cut the limbs off your carport, but you can easily get hurt. Anybody can, professionals and amateurs alike. I saw a report online that in the U.S. alone, over 23,000 chainsaw-related incidents happen every year. That's a lot. A lot of them can be prevented. Taking shortcuts is something you don't do with a machine that can cut you, that can kill you. And today we're going to go over a little bit of the safety about the saw. We're going to start with the 5 points of safety. There are 5 points of safety on a chainsaw. A lot of people know some, but I'm going to explain all of them to you. First off, when you're operating a chainsaw and something goes wrong, right here, that is the on-off switch. That will turn the saw, of course, on and off. Right here. This is the blade clutch. You push it back to release the blade, lock it forward to stop all movement. It will not allow the chain to move at all. Also, we have the trigger lock, this right here. You can't pull the trigger until you have pushed that down. That's a safety point. Let's flip the saw around, shall we? Underside of the saw. You have the chain catch. When you throw your chain, and if you use it quite a bit, this little mechanism right here will catch your chain and keep it from swinging around and hitting your leg. Finally, seems as simple as can be, but this right here, your hand brace. This allows you control of the saw. You can pick it up, you can carry it, and when it kicks back or you push forward or whatever, that's your main stabilization. Now that we have the 5 points of safety covered, let's talk about the actual cutting edge of the saw. Now there are 4 points in the cutting edge of the saw. You have what's called the push, the pull, the lead, and the kickback. Let's go over. Now I spoke first of the push. When your saw is running, the chain will spin this direction. The top edge right here is pushing. The bottom edge, where most people cut, is pulling. Now that's the push, that's the pull. Right here on the top tip of the chain, this is called the kickback. You touch this to any part of the wood that you're cutting, that blade is going to come right back at you and hit you in the face or in the shoulder. Now the lead edge. Professionals like to start with just using the very tip right here. From right here to right here, that is called the lead. That's a good safe place to start your lead cut. Let's cover the basic part of using a chainsaw. Starting it. Everybody's seen these loggers and tree experts on TV. They will drop start a chainsaw. People have done that for a long time. You can get by and not get injured, but eventually you can drag that down your leg and there you're cut. That thing starts while you've dropped it and it touches your leg, you're cut. So, there are 2 techniques to safely starting a chainsaw. One is between your knees, locking it in place with 3 points of contact, just as if you were climbing up a ladder. Both knees make 2, and they lock it in place. Your hand that holds the brace bar is the 3rd point of contact, while your other hand pulls the pull cord. The second technique is the ground technique, where you put the saw on the ground. That's your first point of contact. The second point of contact is going to be your foot in the hand well. I'll show you right here. You put your foot right in here. All right. Then your other hand will, of course, right here, touch your hand brace. And the other hand, of course, pulling the pull cord, thusly starting your chainsaw. I'm going to do it to show you how it's done. The first technique is the between the knees technique. You take right here, your hand control well. You put it between your knees, locking it in place where it can't jump around. See? 1, 2, 3 points of contact. Now, always make sure that your handbrake, your clutch is locked. You don't want that chain to start spinning until you tell it to. 3 points of contact, pull the cord. Your second technique is starting it on the ground. Place your foot in the handhold, your other hand on your brace. 1, 2, 3 points of contact. Pull the cord. Lastly, but most importantly, let's control that chain clutch. I know I've called it by a few different names, but you know, everybody calls it by a different name, so I've tried to use them all, so everybody has a little bit of familiarity of your saw. The way to unlock your chain properly, you're holding the hand brace. You don't reach forward, that'll get you cut. Leave your thumb behind it, see? You reach forward, you unlock it, let go, and immediately grab again. Your thumb will do a lot of the work. Now, to lock your chain brake, don't swing your hand forward. You miss, your hand goes over and down this moving chain, opening you up and making you a statistic. Now, you simply roll your wrist forward. See that? Unlock, lock. And that's how you do. Well, everybody, I hope this has been an educational session for those of you who do not know how to use a chainsaw properly. Now remember, there's no reason to take a shortcut and go to the ER with a completely preventable injury. Things do happen, but we can take these measures to be safe. My name's James. This has been Chainsaw 101. You be safe.